It's an absolute pleasure having Maritza here with us. So with that, Maritza Parra.
Okay, cool. So do you guys want to learn how to generate tons of leads to your products and services?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, they told me that people in Canada were passionate. Do you guys want to generate tons of leads? Yeah! Okay, cool. Because that's what I'm here to teach you. I'm also going to share some of my story. And my story, I'm Hispanic, so if you've ever heard of Hispanic soap operas, you know there's failure, there's tears, there's super success, and there's everything in between. So there's a little bit of that in my presentation. And then there's going to be a ton of tips. I think I have 3 specific strategies that you will be able to use after you leave today to send people to your products and services. So let's get started. So today is actually kind of a full circle moment for me, and you'll find that out while I tell my story. And it has to do with Mark Victor Hansen. I'm really excited to be sharing the stage with him because he has such an important part to do in my journey of success and getting myself out of failure. So if you've ever had a full circle moment, you know how incredible that can be. And I want to ask all of you a question, and I think I know the answer already, but I'm going to ask it anyways. And I'd like to see some hands. Have you ever failed? Have you ever failed in anything? Yes. Personally, professionally? Have you ever had a big failure where you thought, this is it? I might want to, you know, what's the point? Yeah. Okay, so we've all had those kinds of failures. When you have a failure like that, there's really 2 things you can do. The first thing you can do is decide to play small. Decide to, you know, I'm defeated, what's the point? You can also decide to find the opportunity in the failure. And sometimes failures, you know, looking back, you see that it was the seed of this amazing opportunity that changed your life and can change other people's lives when you share it. So here's a quote I really love. When obstacles arise, you change your direction to reach your goal. You do not change your decision to get there. And I think that's really important because a lot of people, I've spoken with some of you yesterday and today. You put up a site, you get really excited, you know you have a lot to share with your products and services, and then no one shows up. No one shows up. And so, you know, you give up automatically. Just because you had a failure, don't change your decision to get to your goal. So today what we're going to talk about is how I went from massive failure, and we're going to be talking about exactly what it was, to being interviewed by Oprah. They called me. I mean, how does that happen? So many people are trying to get her attention, and her producer called me. It happened because of social media, and I'll explain to you how you can make those kinds of PR opportunities happen for you, and how they've happened for some of our students. I bought a $1 million, what I'm calling the pink hacienda. I don't know whether to call it the red hacienda or the pink hacienda, but you'll see a photo of it. I'm going to start doing workshops there. I also have my dream business that I call my PJ's Empire. I sell horse training DVDs, I sell self-empowerment products, and now I also sell how to get lead generation with social media products. And why I'm training you on the stage right now. Then I'm going to share with you the become a star in your own backyard strategy. Sometimes when people want to be authors or speakers or trainers, they go about it the wrong way. They want to get speaking engagements everywhere. Start in your own backyard, make yourself a star, and then the doors open for you much more easily in other places. We're going to talk about why you must leverage social marketing in your business. You've got to. And we'll talk about examples of people who have done that, examples of people who haven't done that, some cautionary tales. are what I'm going to talk about. The problem for most online entrepreneurs, the solution, how you can get your products and services in front of tons and tons of traffic, and how you can target them with tools that make it automatic. So, for example, on Twitter, you don't have to click the follow button to follow everyone. You have a little tool do it for you. How many people here, I want to gauge how many people are on social media. How many people have a Twitter account? Okay, good, good. How many people have a Facebook account? And a Facebook fan page? YouTube channel? Ezine Articles account? Does anyone here do Meetup? Okay, good, good. So how you can get your business in front of all that traffic. Then I'm going to give you a detailed, what I call the social marketing money formula. And then I'll be giving you some advanced tips in between. I'll be asking you if you want the advanced tips. So if you do, you got to give me some love. Then 2 minutes and 29 seconds to content syndication strategy. What is the internet all about? It's all about information, right? It's all about information. It's replacing the yellow pages. You have to have content out there. And a lot of people call it articles, but I like to call them advertorials. And writing articles, creating content, you know, sometimes you get in front of your computer and you see that cursor and it's like, write something brilliant. Write something brilliant. Come on, you can't do it. You know, so isn't it easier to take 2 minutes and 29 seconds to create that content instead of try to write your articles and create your content? So I'll be sharing that and how you can create your own massive lead generation system. So right now there's a huge opportunity with social media marketing. The world has truly changed. We used to be a society, a world that did business in Main Street. So you would go into the stores and, you know, you knew each other, a handshake, you knew who the people were behind the business. And then it became MIC companies. MIC business is what I call it. Huge, nameless, faceless companies, and who didn't even know who they were employing, who didn't even know their customers. The customers didn't know them. And now it's become different. There's a virtual Main Street going on right now. And so this is a screenshot from my Facebook. And so there's a virtual community. I wanted to talk about the accessibility of not only leads and customers and community on these sites, but also people you would never be able to access before. For example, I have a student who what she teaches is customer service. So Christina Evie is the customer service queen. She was doing an interview book with all these huge customer service names. She contacted the people at Zappos to interview Tony Hsieh, and she had no luck. The gatekeepers were like cutting her off. So if you go to Maritza, M-A-R-I-T-Z-A, write this down so you can go see the video and model this, M-A-R-I-T-Z-A, PARRA.com/Zappos, I did a video. I buy all my shoes at Zappos. I love running, so I had shoes, and I did a video for Tony Hsieh, and I said, Tony, you gotta help me out. We had tweeted a little, because every time I buy some shoes, I say, these are the shoes I got at Zappos on Twitter. And so I sent him a direct message, and I said, video invitation for you. And he responded with a direct message. And in the video, I was saying, my student, she's working really hard. Your people aren't letting her in. She'd really love an interview with you. And so she got the interview. How could that happen without social media? The opportunities are there. I get goosebumps. I mean, it's really crazy. You just got to use a little bit of, think outside the box. So go and model that video that I did. You just have to ask people. Okay, so here begins the story of why I'm here. I have always been a really horse-crazy girl. And horses were my life when I was a little girl. When I was in middle school, I didn't want to know anything about homework. I would hang out at the stables all the time.